Hi folks, welcome to my Bit Retro Journal. What I have here is a Atari cartridge for a game called Computer Chess. And, well, you might wonder, well, where did I get that? Well, it turns out that I got an entire box full of old Atari stuff, mainly a couple of Atari 800 XLs, and software, etc. So my town has a local Facebook page that is similar to Free Cycle, where people are just give away free stuff, and I've never seen any retro stuff on that. But one day, someone had a bunch of old Atari stuff, and I've been dying to get some, and so I, was one of the lucky first people that said yes, that wanted it. And so, yeah, I grabbed the box. And let me show you what the whole package looks like. This is the first one. It's really dirty and lots of graffiti and stuff on it. You've got a sticker, and it's crunchy, and it's got a lot of dirt on it. There's a key missing. I assume I can find a replacement, if not maybe 3D print one. But anyway, that's the first unit, and I have another one that's very similar. Let me show that to you. It's a bit in better shape. You can see that it's got all the keys, and let's see if I can put that all in frame. Yeah, so this one has all the keys. It doesn't have the graffiti. It's not as crunchy. So I'm hoping that this one can be a better one. But yeah, it's an Atari 800 XL. And we will, today we'll try to get either one of these to boot up. I first, though, need to make sure that I have a working power supply. And yeah, I might give it a try. Hopefully it doesn't sort of smoke and burn. But it looks like these keys here are actually laminated, and its lamination's coming off, so might be a way to fix that, right? But yeah, let me then show you the other stuff that I have. So a couple of Atari 1050s. These are floppy drives. It's got a power switch in the front. They're very dirty, but it looks like they, at least this mechanism is working. But yeah, they're big. I assume like the Commodore 64's disk drives, I forget the number they give them. This probably has I assume this probably has a CPU on the board, on the motherboard, so that it does a lot of the work and just communicates with the Atari 800 XL. So yeah, let me show you what else I have. So this is an Atari 810. I mean, it really looks like it's some sort of, I don't know what it is. I don't think it's a floppy disk drive, is it? I mean, it's got a pretty wide gap in here, and it's got something that spins. Yeah, what is it, an Atari 810? I have no idea. I will put it in the comments after I get a chance to Google it. I didn't see anything in the pile that could fit something like that, so I don't know what to do with that. But did they have a tape drive? I mean, it would be ironic if this were, considering the QL has these miniature tape drives, if the Atari had one too, but it was this size. I mean, you could almost put a VHS tape in there, but I don't know how it works. So looks like there's something inside, but it doesn't look like a floppy mechanism, so I'm not sure what it is. All right, let's look at something else. So that's a lot of power bricks. I had 2 floppies, a tape drive, and 2 Atari 800 XLs, so that's 5. So I have 7. So I have something extra. It looks like, I don't know, they're not quite the same. It looks like maybe this and this one's the same. These are the same, and then these are the same. So I will have to figure out which power adapter goes to what unit. I would guess the 800 XLs might be one of the smaller ones, because Would it need such a big one? Maybe these two are for the disk drives? I don't know. Oh, it says 65474. I don't know what that means. So I'm gonna have to figure out where these go. But yeah, they're I mean, you can't see, but the QL has one that's about this size. So yeah, perhaps the Atari 800 XL might be one of these. It's this size. They don't seem to have switches on them. It's just, I think they all seem to have similar DIN connectors. It's just a wire mess at the moment. All right, let me put these away. A collection of cartridges. As I said, I already shown you the chess one. There is a Atari Writer word processor. You have Atari Writer 2 versions. Interesting. You have 3 versions. Did it come in 3? Does it say? 1982. It keeps saying left cartridge. It looks like there's only room for one, so I'm not sure what's going on. And then you have this looks like this is Atari logo, 1983. So we can play with that. And then of course you have this monstrosity, which is TV computer switch box. Why did they make it so big? Oh, and it's actually lost this. I was looking on online. These switch boxes go for like, I guess people collect them for like $15 to $20. I mean, like the old Sinclair ones on eBay. I'm not sure why they're such collectibles, because you can't use them anymore. But yeah, for whatever reason, some people still collect them. It's kind of odd. Okay, that's hardware. So then what I have left is software. So let me start looking through that. Of course, when I said the rest is software, this is obviously software as well. But I was kind of talking about disk software. If you can read that. There is the GPX Atari Program Exchange. And it says Deep Blue Sea Compiler. And then first 2 disks in here are that. So these seem to be Atari disks. So yeah. But then I'm going to put these in the background here. And as I start looking through this, you have IBM ATS software. So I mean, I don't know. These all seem to be IBM disks. So I mean, what I'm excited about is to actually get some double density disks that I can use for my TRS-80 Model 3 computers. But as I'm going through this, WS Music Bass, run with basic. So this seems to be all MS-DOS. So what I'm looking for is any Atari disk. So if you are watching this, Spelling Speechware, let me know which of the Atari discs, or if you see any sort of, looks like these 2 are pairs here. What? It's just a blank double-sided IBM disc, maybe. Diskette high capacity double-sided. What is that? Yeah, boy, it's again, I'm not going to care so much about what the software is, but so are these just IBM disks that might have Atari software on them? Is that how I'm reading this? Maybe that's what it is. These are all Atari disks. I just saw IBM, but yeah, perhaps these are just IBM made disks. This might all be personal stuff, so I'm not going to. But yeah, if I can get. But what is the double density high capacity? Is that the same as a high density? And this says Pelican Network boot diskette. Echo developed disks. Yeah, so some of this might be personal. I mean, these are again ATS software. So these all might be, maybe I misread the IBM. I was thinking this is IBM software. So this might all be Atari software for double density. They just used IBM disks. By the way, as I was going through this, I did see a couple of pre-recorded discs. I don't know what they're for. But we've got Apple Prologue dictionary disc. So this is so perhaps the person also had an Apple computer. This is Apple Prologue dictionary. Yeah. Spelling speechware. Apple Prologue. MBI. Is that a play on IBM? Interesting. IBM. So this is IBM PC Pro DOS. Okay, so I wasn't just imagining things, but I'm assuming this wouldn't run on an Atari. Apple Pro DOS formatter. Apple computer. So these are definitely Apple computer disks. Switchboard title screen. Don't know what switchboard is. I mean, I know that, in the switchboard is a language, a speech corpus for used in speech recognition, but I don't think that's what this is. If you go to the Language Data Consortium, Flexi, IBM PC Paint, Apple. Let me move these out of the way. Spelling. Again, what I'm looking for is any Atari disks, obviously. Info. And if there's anything you see here that info window backup, that is valuable, and I shouldn't format the disk to get the disks. For switchboard. MBI. Yeah, so this is kind of odd. MBI. What is MBI? We've got spelling, speechware. And again, if this doesn't interest you, just fast forward. I'll put a timestamp of when I'm done going through these disks. I'm going to try to boot up one of the Atari 800 XLs. I just wanted to go through this stuff. So today this is kind of a relaxed day of seeing what I got before I start tinkering with the stuff. There'll be other videos where I will take the machine apart, try to get one working copy. I probably won't keep both. I might donate, and I'm not even sure if I want to keep all the disk drives after I've gone through everything. I might donate that to Noel from Noel's Retro Lab, even though I haven't heard from him for a while. Hopefully he's doing well, and especially if a machine's broken, it's not my specialty to go and take a machine apart and try to fix it. I like to just play with software. I mean, I do some hardware stuff, and I have some hardware projects as well, but not debugging it with an oscilloscope, spelling speechware. And, if I can get... Oh, interesting. It's got the notch cut on both sides, so I guess it's a single-sided for both sides. That's probably a homemade one, I would assume. Yeah, so there's a lot of copies of the same stuff. All right, let me rearrange the disk so I can get to the back part here. So let me do that. Yeah, that was the other floppy I found. Macintosh, MacWrite, MacPaint. So, okay, we'll put that away since this is it's supposed to be an Atari video. Blank disk. Dyson, don't know. Text, auto text formatting. Maybe I should flip these about. AM 2.22.2. Yeah. These are kind of nondescript. Oh, I remember this brand of floppies back in the 90s. That's pretty cool. Elephant Memory Systems. Forms intro, so this might just all be personal stuff. Battle, FM2, DOS eval. I'm truly not going to go and try to read every one of these disks. I'm not, necessarily a software collector, but again, if you're watching this and you see like something that needs to be saved, I mean, obviously these are all homemade discs, but if you see a professional disc that's like, this is display formatter, I will definitely, I have a grease weasel so I can copy it into an image file, even if I can't read that. Pascal linker, oh, Pascal. Graph writer, again, for what system? Softtech Microsystems, is it for an IBM or is it for an Atari? How do you know? No. So, just all. Deep Blue Sea, okay, this is Atari then, so maybe this is all Atari stuff again. C editor, okay. Word processor. Editor and utilities. I mean, I don't think I want to spend the time to use Grease Weasel and sort of just grab each one of these as a disk image. I mean, if I can automate it, perhaps. Deep Blue Sea compiler. I mean, if that would take a lot of disk space, though. So I don't know. We've got the computer just okay. That's a. Oh, okay. I'm excited to play the Atari chess game. I kind of like. Oh, I see. That's why it's left, because some of them have a left and a right. But will this play on an Atari 800 XL? I didn't think of that. Let me put that to the side here. Trans something. Printer LDOS. Okay, and then let's bring this up front. And this can go up back. Again, we're just quickly going through this. See anything interesting, post in the comments if you're an Atari fanatic, and I will definitely save these things if it's valuable. So text compression, especially if they're professional discs. I mean, if these are homemade, I mean, you know, I don't know if it's worth it. But I'm a noob here, so this is a Rainbow 10D Diag disc. Don't know what that is. Word proc, very descriptive. This seems to be a blank disc. I mean, really, I want to reclaim a lot of these discs. Logo list, just a Sony disc, and see how many of these I can use. Because, again, for my TRS-80 Model 3, I really need, I don't know what that says, FedEx. So I need as many discs as I can get. Debug graphics. Yeah, a lot of these just on Pascal compiler. That's interesting if it's an Atari one. Now, I think that the person that gave this to me said that he had and also a veteran. It wasn't an Atari ST, but I forget what he called it. So this is an 800 XL. I think he said he had a more powerful model, but I forget what he called it. So maybe some of these are for that. DOS 2.1. Yep. All right, and then we have, okay. And now I think what we've got is just some unopened floppy disks from Fujifilm, so that'll be nice. I'll probably use those first. It's a dual pack, well preserved. And I've got 3 of those. Oh, that's nice. So I'll have 6 brand new discs. Maybe I'll start with these, and I'll give you my viewers some time to comment on these. If what do we got here? DOS 2.5 Atari. All right, that's Atari. So is this for an 800 XL? DOS 2.5? Is this MS-DOS 2.5? What is, okay, there's the backup. Printer DOS, 800T introduction, so that, back to that. We've got Atari, Master Diskette Atari for what? Home computers. Linear algebra book. And then we've got the final disc. Is just a 3D battle. What is that? Is that chess? Is that tank? All right. So the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to try to see if I can turn one of these machines on. I'm going to do a little bit of research offline to find the right power adapter. I'm going to check the voltage of it, and if the voltages look good, I'm going to try to turn one of those Atari 800 XL on. I'm going to try the one that's a bit more worse off. By the way, I did find the key for it. It does have part of it broken, but I can probably 3D print that. By a process of elimination, the other smaller ones all output AC voltage. On the back of this is DC voltage, and these all have say that they're DC and the plug fits. I did test the power on these with my voltmeter, and this one gives 3.4 on. There's a little diagram right there that tells you the 3 pins on the right are all 5, and then it's ground. And they're giving you about 3.4 volts. On this one, it's 4.1 volts. So they're both kind of under voltage. By the way, another reason I know this goes to the computer is because they have different end plugs. This one just has this, whereas this one has where it says 2 computers. So in any case, I'm going to use the better power supply. So I'll put this one away. All right, let's give it a try. Power. Oh. Oh. Oh, it's doing something. Let's put a cartridge in here. I have plenty of word processors, so let's try the word processor one. That's it. Let's give it another try. And it boots up, but it doesn't. Okay, that's promising. That's power light. Again, could it be under voltage that's causing it? I would assume if you don't plug anything in, it goes to basic, but this one's not doing anything. Okay, I don't want to keep it on. So let me, I'll go set up the other one and see what that does. All right, so I'll be back. So this one is the one that's in a little better shape, but again, if the other one works and this one doesn't, I can always swap out the motherboards, but hopefully maybe this one will actually work. So again, I got it plugged in, and here we go. Well, that does not give a green screen, so I'm assuming that means it's actually worse off again. Let me use the cartridge. And did flash this time, but I don't know what that means. Could it be that this power supply only giving 4 volts is causing a problem? Let's put the word processor in and see what that does. I mean, the contacts might need cleaning, but maybe I'll get lucky. Here we go. Yeah, same thing. Well, at least they all are getting power, but yeah, this is 4.1 volts, and it says it's supposed to be 5 volts. So could that be the case? That, I mean, I can certainly find a 5 volt, 1.5 amp power supply. I just have to create, the connector. I forget if I have a spare one, because this might use the same pin out as the QL for its monitor port. But so doesn't work either one. The first one gives a green screen. This doesn't do anything. Is a green screen a good thing? Again, I don't know. I'll do some more research. So I'm going to end here. I think the next video I'm going to do on this is I'm going to take both of those apart and see what I can see, and if I can get one to boot up. I really want to keep this one, or at least the case, clean it up, and don't know if I want to keep the disk drives because they're kind of big and bulky. Hopefully there's a SD card extension that you can put in the back that emulates floppy, and then obviously I like cartridges. That's kind of cool, and maybe this will be added to my collection once I clean it up and refurb it, and get it working. Take the best of both parts, and then the one I don't use with the disk drives and the whatever that other thing is, the 810. Maybe hopefully if Noel still is doing his videos, I can donate it to him and see if he can fix the other one. And obviously, if both aren't working, I can't fix it. I'll donate most of it to him. I'll give him one of these, and hopefully he can fix it for me. Since he's much better at that than I am. All right. So, but I'm going to end here. Thanks for joining me today, and I'll see you next time.